Hello, my gorgeous souls. So, it being, on the brink of a new year, I thought I would get some beautiful messages for all of us, for the collective. What does the divine want to share with us? What is unfolding in this new year? And just a glimpse, or get some direction for this coming year. But, regardless, this is a timeless reading. Whenever you see it, whenever you hear it, that is the time for you. That is when you're meant to hear it. But let's just see what beautiful guidance is coming through from the divine, from divine infinite love, infinite being. And yeah, let's have a look, okay? All right, I have my little Art Nouveau deck. It's so cute. It's so tiny. And I'm just going to shuffle. And let's see what beautiful messages are coming through for all of us today, okay? Let's see. All right. Okay. Whoa. The Six of Wands, that's a card of victory. That's victory right there. Oh my gosh. This is a long journey that you've been on. And, sometimes it could have felt really exhausting, really difficult, really tumultuous, really unfathomable, And I feel regardless, some people have had a very difficult year, but we all go through phases, right? In our lives. Sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's easier. But whatever it is that you have been working on or struggling with or dealing with, you're going to have victory. And it's a long awaited victory, or you've really fought for this. So you've gone on and on and on and on and on. And finally you're going to get some applause, also, because that's what this card is about, the Six of Wands. See, there's people behind there cheering this person on. So I feel for a lot of you, you will have the acknowledgement, not just acknowledgement, you will be cheered. You'll be cheered for who you are, what you do, and how far you've come in this world. And I always say, it starts with our own cheering for ourselves and how we acknowledge our own victories in our life and in our lives. And if no matter how difficult or challenging it's been, or however many times you failed, it's that faith in yourself, that you keep igniting no matter how tough it gets, no matter how much you crash, and how deeply saddened you are by certain things in your life. It's that consistent getting up and believing in your own self more than anyone or anything else, not waiting for anyone else to approve you or to believe in you, but that self-belief, it is so important. And there you are, victory, victorious. Okay, let's see what else we have. Wow, healing. This is the Four of Swords. It's a card of rest, of recuperation, of healing, of restoration. And you see, this person has hung up their swords. The swords in tarot represent our thoughts. It's air energy. And when it's air energy, you can feel a little like, not grounded, not settled. But finally, you're going to feel that sense of calm and peace and just, I can rest. I can I can feel myself coming back, A lot of you have been in the sepulcher, felt like you were buried under life's challenges or or your own mental, environment, your thoughts, and the way you were perceiving life, or it's been difficult, and so you're finally going to get a chance to take it easy, to rest, to heal. And I feel this for the collective as well, like just the energies of this world, of this environment. But I do get, like, even though there will be some tumultuous episodes and events in the world, it is kind of carving out a new direction in the collective, of the way we are in this world, the way the world operates. But it's carving out something new for all of us, okay? All right, let's see what else we have. Justice. My gosh, these cards are powerful. There's a theme here. So justice. There will be a balancing that's going to take place as we enter this new era, I feel, this new path. I'm getting that there's going to be a new path in the world at large and in our lives as well. Like a completely new path. One where you're going to get to see the rewards of all the work that you've put in, of all that you've done, of all the, challenges, all the just everything you've done and worked on in your life. You're going to get to see the rewards. Let's see what else. There's the Tower. The Tower is about things crashing and burning, and things crumbling to the ground. So I feel like old systems, which were like this tower, really rigid, very dark, very not for humanity. Do you know what I mean? Like humanity is crashing and burning. And it didn't work because from time immemorial we've seen that those systems just destroy everything. And so those are coming down, it's the beginning of those kind of systems coming down and a whole new system emerging of the way we live. And I feel like we're living in a time that is so pivotal and so, it's like historic, in the way we're advancing in various technologies, and it's going to be a different world. But I don't like to say that in an uncertain way or in because there's so much fear around like AI and people losing their jobs and what's going to happen. And there's a lot of fear mongering, but it's up to us to usher in good, beautiful energy. It's up to us to usher in the light because we are beacons. We are energy fields. And if we're constantly, buying into that fear, then we are creating that energy field because we are so potent. We are so powerful. We need to take our power back and we need to stop allowing social media or the news or like world events and just focusing on that thing that's going wrong and just start, creating a doomsday energy. We are the light. We need to shift our vision to something new, something beautiful, something harmonious, where we can all live in this abundant earth. This earth is so abundant. It is a magical place. And that's the energy we need to put out as human beings, and not feeling helpless, like the few people in power are destroying things, or, we see things going downhill in so many ways, so many disruptions, so many lives being affected. But we can send that light out and shift the energy field. I don't know if you guys have seen the Care Bears, So there was this one episode or one movie of the Care Bears where this guy, he was really good and he goes to the dark side, and he gets really dark. I've spoken about this before. And all the Care Bears, they loved him because he was so good, but he gets corrupted by his magic, his power. And initially he's good, but then that power goes to his head and he starts becoming dark. And all the Care Bears line up, and they have the hearts on their chest, and they start sending him love. Like, just all of them line up, and just they're emitting love just non-stop. And he's resisting it. And he's like, no, he wants to be bad. He wants to be powerful. He wants to use his magic for the wrong things, because he's possessed with it. He's possessed by it. And eventually they keep going, and like, some of them are falling down because they've just expended so much love that they're tired, but then he snaps out of that dark spell, and he is cleansed by that loving energy field that they're sending him. Makes me emotional because it's hard, our egos get in the way, and they stop us from being our most loving and authentic selves. And if we use that more in our lives, me included, because we're triggered, we get upset and we get annoyed, and also our past traumas come up, and there's a shield that's there to protect ourselves. But what I'm seeing is that energy field, if every day we just practice this and send love out into the world and into our families, into our lives, into the greater consciousness, we are bound to see the effects of it. So if you can do this, and I'm going to do this every day, just spend even 2 minutes. It doesn't take time. And just send a frequency of love. Feel love in your heart, and feel it first for yourself, and then feel it for the collective as well. Okay? All right. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. Oops. So we have the 8 of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful energy. This is about things moving swiftly and smoothly, and things falling into place. It's like whoosh, it just whoosh, and falls into place. Everything's like smooth sailing, and you've had to battle for it. You've had to defend yourself. You've had to stand your ground. You've had to really work hard at all the things that came up to stop you from fulfilling your destiny, to stop you from really making that life that you want, creating that life, or standing up for who you are and believing in who you are, and standing up for what is right, and not succumbing to the negativity, that may have been around you, or let it seep into you. And you fought for this. You fought really hard to stay on the path, to stay committed to your mission, to your purpose, to who you are, and be a good human being, and it's taken a lot of strength. There's the Strength card. And look at that, Strength. And I love this Strength card because it's about grace under pressure. It's about power that comes through grace, not force. And it's about being graceful, and that you are the lion. You are that. You are the lion. So you don't need to, explain it to everybody. Some people won't see that. But because that's who you are, you don't need to shout and roar at everybody in your path saying, I'm the lion, I'm the lion. You can be so calm and peaceful about it, and be graceful under circumstances that are challenging. And it takes practice, easier said than done. Like I said, our egos, our traumas come up and we react. But if we learn to cultivate this grace under pressure, or not having to explain ourselves or be like victims or insecure about who we are, then we're unstoppable. We are that, we stand in our power in the world without fear. So you fought for this, you've been graceful about it. Maybe, you've had to learn grace through your life because you're learning a different way to deal with the world. And yeah, it's showing up. It's giving you what you wanted. You're seeing the results, and yeah, and you're seeing the victory, okay, of this. Now let's see what else. Ace of Wands. This is a brand new breakthrough. I feel like whatever was blocked, whatever you've been like working on, you're going to see a breakthrough. There's going to be this action that's going to take place in your life, and you're going to just like move forward in a way that is so profound and so legitimate is what I'm getting. I don't know why, but yeah. And this is a divine opportunity, divine hand coming through. You see all the light? This is a divine opportunity. Let's see what else. Page of Pentacles. Some sort of very beautiful seed. It could be about pregnancy. Some of you trying to get pregnant. You could have a son. Very specific. But if it's not about that, it could be just the beginnings of, it's like you put a seed in, and I see ice on the floor. It's a very precious seed that you've been waiting for the right time to plant, and now is the time. So you've been waiting to start that business. You've been thinking about whether you should do this, project that you've had on your mind, or should you start whatever it is. It's the time. The time has come to do that, okay? The time has come. Let's see. Oh my gosh. 10 of Pentacles. This is the year where you begin legacy. It's a legacy year. So you start building something that's gonna stay for generations. You're creating a legacy in this year. And it could be a business. It could be breaking patterns, old family patterns, which have kind of stopped you, from growing, which have blocked you. This year is a legacy year, and you're going to break through all of that. And the 10 of Pentacles is the ultimate. It's like the ultimate abundance of all kinds. Money, power, family, security, stability, joy, community, this sense of this future ahead, feeling this sense of being in the right place, being on the right path, and doing the right thing, and also a lot of family reunions, a lot of healing in families, a lot of if you felt isolated or you didn't have that support, you're going to have a lot of support and a lot of gatherings that are going to bring immense joy. Let's see what else. The King of Swords. The King of Swords is very like straightforward energy. I feel like there's some person or something energy that's going to come in that's going to clarify a lot of things in your life. And if it's legal matters, if you're dealing with health issues or legal matters, or you need somebody to sort out certain technical things in your life, because for me the King of Swords is like a doctor, a lawyer, a technician, yeah, they're very like logical and practical. So I'm seeing a lot of that energy, a lot of clearing, organizing in your life, a lot of things that you don't need being removed, and just organization. If you felt things all over the place or scattered, everything's just going to be very, very organized. What else am I getting? And I think you are also going to become quite selective in the way you operate in this world, but not in a way that cuts you off, in a way that is kind yet clear. Kind and clear, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, let's see what else. And for those, very specifically, some of you who are studying to be a doctor or a lawyer or anything technical, and I get a sense of AI as well in this, you know. This can relate to AI as well. And let's see a little more about that. I think fear itself is the enemy. So there's always been something, you know, in the world. There's always been something that is scary, that's gonna, like, it's threatening, or it's the end of the world, it's blah blah blah. You know, it's all temporary anyway. So we don't get so bogged down. Just enjoy the present moment. Why are you living in fear of a future that isn't yet? And how we think it's going to unfold is quite different from the way it actually does in many ways, you know? Look, the Wheel of Fortune. So things are turning in a big way. I see the sword here and I see the sword here as well. Can you see the sword in his hands and the sword in his hand? So there is an interesting time that's coming up for sure. And it's better to roll with it than be frightened of it, you know. Become educated so that you're not living in ignorance about this new technology, this new world that we're entering into. And don't be intimidated by it, because we as human beings we're super intelligent. We're very adaptive. We have the ability to learn things in a way. It's incredible. It's incredible to me how we have the capacity to learn new things and adapt and change. But you've got to have the mentality to be adaptive, to be changeable, to be open to how this new era is going to benefit you, is going to establish you. That's what I'm getting, feeling established, you know. And look at that, the Three of Wands. So if you go with the flow and you begin to adapt to the new times instead of fearing it and resisting it and just constantly be like, oh my God, it's over, we're finished. Then there is hope for the future, you know. And with the Three of Wands, this is about your ships coming in. This is about whatever you're waiting for. And also I'm getting a sense of crossing the shore, like getting out of your comfort zone. And yet there is a grace. There is a grace that is holding you through this journey. That's what I'm getting. You're not going to feel like, you know, in this treacherous zone where you're just constantly, well, you know, this year for me, it felt like that. You're constantly like, the earth is shifting under your feet and you're just jumping and you're trying not to go through the cracks and you're just like navigating and somehow keeping your head above and just crawling and, you know, somehow making it through. That's what it was for me. And I know a lot of people felt like that. But then some people had a beautiful year, and that's wonderful, and it just doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, regardless of when that happens to you in your life, I sense that now there is a sense of, because you've been through this, you know, whenever you did in your life, this sense of crawling and not falling through the cracks, whether it was this year or past years, you are now getting the hang of it. Like, you are going to get to walk on steadier ground. I do see the ground being steadier, even though you have to cross into another shore. Some of you are going to be leaving and going somewhere, or you're leaving your old thought patterns, your old, you know, ways of being in this world, and you're crossing a shore in your own consciousness, in your own way of operating. And that is going to be so mind like freeing and mind blowing. You know, it like just opens you up and it takes you places you've never been before. That's what I'm seeing a lot of. You're going places you've never been before, both in your consciousness and physically as well. You're developing in a way that you never did before. You are reaching and touching places that you didn't even know you could, you know, and you're opening up a path for yourself is what I'm seeing. Like this beautiful path is opening up. Your vision is getting clearer. You're in that frequency of creation. You're in that frequency of, yes, I'm going to walk forward. And as I walk forward, because my intention is so beautiful and so great and so trusting as well, that as I walk, the path appears. And Rumi says this as well, you know. So, but because your consciousness has shifted, you know you are the creator. You know that you are manifesting as you walk. It's like boom, 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 you know, in front of you. It's just like, it starts, it just creates, it's created in front of you as you walk, as you have that chutzpah to take those steps forward, you know. So it's quite a powerful experience here. Let's see what else. The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. So this is a card of spilt milk. This is a card of looking at what was lost. And you have lost. You've lost a lot, okay? You've been through a lot of pain because of it. You have suffered. You've suffered. You have felt dark. You felt like, I don't know how to get out of this hole. It's just, it's been sad, it's been tough, it's been challenging, and it's been a dark time for you, okay? But this card always reminds you of the two cups that are standing. So let me get a few more cards. Let's see. 10 of Wands. So this extremely difficult, burdensome time is coming to an end. Tens are completion. This is the guy, you know, the person carrying this load for so long, and they're so exhausted. And maybe you're feeling like that. You're feeling like, I am so tired from carrying this load on my back, you know, and I just can't hold on anymore. But the universe is telling you, tens are completion. It's time to drop that load. Drop it. Just drop it now. Boom. Let it fall. Okay? Because mentally we hold on to a lot of heaviness as well. Mentally we hold on to a lot of things that don't serve us, that we've carried for many years. It's time to just let it go. And also things are changing in your life, because you know, yeah, it's all well and good to say, you know, have a good attitude and have a good mindset, which are primary, so important. But that doesn't mean that life isn't so difficult sometimes that it feels like you can't do it. You just can't handle it. You can't take it anymore. It's just too much. It happens, right? It does happen. But the good news is that you're going to be able to drop that now, and you can start moving forward in your life, okay? Let's see what else. The Page of Cups. Beautiful. A lot of people, I feel, are going to have children, or your children are going to begin to show their talents, you know? And, or it's the child within you, your own inner child. It's always important to be in touch with your own inner child. Of course, that's important, and to remember that. But what I'm seeing is growth. You're not going to be immature anymore and live from that broken child inside of you. That child who wants to always wants acknowledgement, or has been neglected, or has been traumatized or abused, or whatever it is that happened to you in your childhood. I think it's time now to stop dwelling on that. Healing it, there's a healing that takes place, but it's time to now grow up, and I don't mean it in a like become serious and boring and like, right? No, I mean integrate, become your own parent, become that person who understands what happened to you, but it doesn't have to dictate the rest of your life. Okay, it doesn't have to be who you are for the rest of your life. If you had a traumatic childhood, if you went through a lot, whatever it was, now is the time to start moving ahead. You've done the work, you've healed, and if you haven't, then go ahead and start healing that inner child. But those of you who have done the work, it's time to grow up into yourself and be the leader of your life. No more walking around from that wounded part of you, because it's amazing how long we carry that into our lives. And because we haven't healed that inner child that has been hurt so much and has had to cope with the world as it unfolded for them, that we continue to walk around as victims in our pain bodies. It's time to overcome that and claim your identity in this world, claim your power in this world, claim yourself in this world, and not apologize and constantly worry about what somebody thought about you, or how you were seen or perceived, or were you good enough, or were you bad enough, whatever. Like maybe you were having an insecure day and you just couldn't be your most powerful self, or that inner child was very much there, or you feel uncomfortable in a situation or with certain people, or you don't feel safe, or you weren't your best self, or you were your best self but then you doubted yourself. I mean, it just goes on. It's never ending. So if you didn't do great, forgive yourself, move on, and continually integrate the powerful being that you are into your everyday experience. So no more staying in victim mode, no more staying in that broken child mode, or whatever trauma you've experienced in your life. It's time now to rise. It's time to look at it with compassion, of course, with all that you've been through, with so much compassion and love, and just embracing every part of you that broke through your life, every part of you that was shattered, that was hurt, that was destroyed, but gathering yourself and saying, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And we can rise. We can rise and we can become who we were always meant to become. And that's the shift I see happening. And by doing what I just said, we will see that shift. We will see that change in our lives, because then we start acting from that integrated version that has assimilated all the parts and is walking around in wholeness, in completeness, not in pieces, So when a trigger comes up, you act as that, or another trigger comes out, you act. No, you have integrated all the parts of you, and you are now walking complete, because you've held it all and you've collected it all together within you, Okay, let's see what else. The Chariot. Ooh, a lot of travel, a lot of movement, this is such a powerful card, because this is about, like I told you, gathering everything. In this card, you see black and white, and in this card you can't see it, but in other cards they're looking in opposite directions. And so like the world is always trying to pull you apart, but you've got to keep your eye on the ball. I always tell my clients keep your eye on the ball, and don't let rubbish distract you and throw you off your chariot. Remember where you're going. Where are you going? What is it that you ultimately want to do, and how do you want to live? And anything pulling you off your chariot towards that life that you envision for yourself is a distraction, it is unnecessary, and you do not need to entertain it. You need to just brush it off and keep going forward. Okay? So there's a lot of power coming in. You are taking the reins of your life and you are navigating, keeping your eye fixed on your vision, on your destination, on your goal, and you will not allow anything or anyone to derail you. Because often we allow nonsense to derail us, and of course it's inbuilt in us, that fight or flight response, because for years we really had to fight for our survival, we had to fight for our food, we had to fight to get to live every day. And even though there are so many conveniences, the way we live has changed and we no longer have to do that. The mentality has remained, and that is in our DNA in a very strong way. So we don't need to get off that chariot now. We can just keep moving forward towards our destiny. And I always say it's not about only the destination. It is, every moment is your destiny as well. Every moment of your life is your destiny. So wherever you are, whatever is going on, this is the moment to stay centered and to keep moving forward towards that beautiful vision, until you're no longer in that fight or flight mode. You're no longer fighting for it. You're just there. You're in that state. You're in that place. So also envision that for yourself. What does it look like? What does it feel like to live that life? How do you feel? And who are you? What are you like when you have that life that you imagine? Are you kinder? Are you gentler? Are you more compassionate? Are you more generous? Are you more understanding? Are you, calmer? Are you more just deeply satisfied and content? Are you feeling just full of love and loved and safe and just thriving in your being? You're just feeling a sense of deep purpose and gratitude that you are where you are, that you get to do what you get to do, that it is aligned with your life force, and what you came here for. How does it feel? And how are your relationships? Who is around you? What are they like because of the way you are as well? And what is your community? What are you doing in this world? Where are you going? What experiences are you having? What does your home look like? Just envision it all, What kind of foods are you eating? What is your route? Like, what do you do daily? Do you go for a walk in nature? Or are you like, in the midst of Wall Street? Whatever your passion is, like, it doesn't have to, everybody's is different. Everyone's vision is different. Or you're sitting on the couch, like after a beautiful, fulfilling day with your partner and your children around you, or you're on a vacation that you've always wanted to be on, or I don't know, there's so many things. Or you have the business that you want, you have all the clients that you always knew that was your purpose, and you have the most incredible clients, and you are booked, and you are thriving, and your business is just exploding and growing, and you're just so happy doing what you do, and you feel so satisfied, keeps coming to me. And you have a community, and not only are your clients, they're your friends, they're your community, and you're expanding, and you're growing and staying authentic to what your vision is and was, and really connecting, in that soul energy with people, with your environment, or you're in the location you always wanted to be in, or you didn't know and you found that location where you're happy and you're thriving with, I've said thriving a lot, but I'm getting it, and you're in a place where it brings out the best in you, and people see you and recognize you, and you're alive, and you're just so joyful and just content and peaceful and expansive, and fearless. And I mean, there's so many things. Just feel it. And yeah, what is that like? What is that like? Feel it, know it, experience it. Okay, alrighty, let's see what else. The Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of higher education. It's a card of like authority, so I think what I'm getting is you're going to be an authority on something, and people are going to come to you for this. They're going to respect you, and some people will receive reverence for what they do and who they are in this world. And a lot of you want to help. You want to do something that helps people, and this is where you expand into this greatness of you being. And a lot of you are going to evolve in your careers. You're going to go higher up, and spiritually as well. You're going to rise spiritually. You're going to rise in many, many ways. Your station, your position, you're elevating. You're elevating to a place of authority where people look to you, and they come to you for whatever it is that you do. Let's see what else. The Queen of Wands, you're shining. You're shining. Oh my God. You're fire, you're light, you're beautiful, you're attractive, you're radiant. That's what I'm seeing. Radiant being. That's how you are glowing in this time. You are glowing, and you know exactly who you are, and you're just sitting there so comfortably, and you are so attractive, and you radiate this energy in such a way that people are drawn to you. Good things are drawn to you. Good business is drawn to you. Good like admirers, people who could be your mate, or people who could be your best friends, or your soulmates, or like just children, and just magical energy. You are radiating that, and so it's creating this vibration, this frequency, and all that is surrounding you, is in your life, and it's with effortless ease. It's happening with effortless ease because you are resonance, you are resonating, and everything is resonating with you in this beautiful light energy. Okay, so a lot of messages there. My gosh, I think I'm going to close with doing pick a card. So pick card 1, 2, or 3, or group 1, 2, or 3. Let's see, how many we need. We need. And I'm going to put these cards back, and I want you to pick for yourself which group you want or card you want. But the thing is, you can pick all if you want. You can pick 1 or 2, whatever you want. Okay, it's up to you. So let's see what messages are coming through for all of you today. Okay, so pick card 1, 2, or 3. Okay, card 1. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. This is huge. This is your legacy. This is legacy time for you, okay? Like I told you what the 10 of Pentacles was about. It's the ultimate. It's riches of every kind. It's you expanding into your infinite being in this world, you gathering like-minded, very powerful souls, you being with the right mate, the right partner, and expanding and growing with them. expanding your family, your riches, your tenacity, your it's so powerful. I can't even find the words. It's like, it's huge. And I see generations coming together. I see ancestral blessings, ancestral wealth. Some of you, this is about an inheritance, or you're going to create that. You're going to be so powerful and wealthy. And there's like this massive family. I get the sense of family, you know, whatever family it is. It could be your own family and extended family, or it could be the family you create in this world. But there's a huge healing and a lot of community and gathering and wealth beyond, because you've clicked in to why you're here, and the frequency of wealth, abundance, joy, peace, gratitude, infinite like magic and beauty, and that is what is here for you. Okay, my darlings, those of you who pick group 1, fabulous. Let's see group 2. Ooh, Queen of Swords. Fantastic. You're gonna rule. You're gonna rule with authority. You're gonna rule fearlessly, but with kindness. And the Queen of Swords, she tells the truth. She does not mince her words, but she does it with kindness and clarity, you know. So you are going to rule. You're going to rule. You're going to rule in every area of your life, and you're going to be extremely powerful. Very powerful. A lot of power. Yeah. I want to get one more card about that because I want to know a little more. Ace of Cups. Okay, I'm getting also that some of you have been dealing with your life alone for a long time, and you've had to handle everything yourself. You've been that Queen of Swords where you've had to like keep it together and be very clear about everything and constantly be in charge. But the universe is sending you love, is sending you support, is sending you a hand of embracing warmth coming your way, so that you can rest, so that you can connect with that love inside your heart, with that place where you don't have to always be on point, where you don't always have to be like so practical, so logical. So you're gonna be able to be softer, mellow down, and love is coming into your life. Big love, however it is, it's coming in. If some of you have been single for a long time and you haven't found the person, or you haven't met that person, love is coming into your life. And the kind of love where you feel so nurtured, so secure, so safe, and so abundant in this love. That's what I'm seeing for you for group 2, an offer coming in. If it's not about love, it's an offer coming in for you, which is going to be an offer of peace. I see a lot of peace as well, because there's the dove, right? So there is light, there is peace, there is deep love coming into your life. Okay, my darlings. All right, how beautiful. Let's see about card 3. Those of you who picked card 3 or group 3. Whoa, what messages. I love them. Look at the cards. The Wheel of Fortune. This is a stupendous card. This is a card of luck turning in your favor. Your fortune is turning. You're going to, this is like winning the lottery. You know, suddenly you're wealthy. Suddenly your life just turns. It just turns. I'm going to say 360 because that's how I see it. It's a full circle around, and it's going to look like it hasn't. You don't know this life. You've never experienced this life before. In your lifetime, this is a whole new life that you have never ever experienced before, and it is going to be astoundingly incredible, amazing, brilliant. It's a new life. It's like a completely different trajectory, it's a quantum jump. It's like your riches, your wealth that has been accumulating for all that you've done, boom. Like people feel, oh, this person made it overnight. No, no, no. You have paid your dues for this. You have done a lot of work for this. But instantly, boom, you're in this new zone. You're in this new life, this new frequency where everything works out for you. Everything that didn't work out for you. And it's not about those things. It's completely different. It is so incredible. You're finally going to recognize yourself in this life, because somewhere you've always known that, yes, that's how I imagine my life to be, deep down somewhere. And you're finally going to be living in the right timeline. In the timeline that you were meant to be in. It is here, like sometimes I think about my life and that movie Sliding Doors, whatever, but like they're parallel lives, and in this life you were born. For me, I was born into this life, and then I had a broken family. My father walked out, and it shaped me in many ways, and then I had to really fend for myself through my life. And it shapes you in the way you are. And then side by side I see another parallel life where I was born into a very stable, secure, loving home. I had the most incredible father, and of course my mother is incredible and I love her deeply, and she's been more than a million fathers in my life. But on the other side is this beautiful family where I felt secure growing up, where then the path, it's a different path. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you're in the right timeline now of your life. You're shifting into that right timeline. I am so excited for all of you. Beautiful messages. So I felt called to do this reading. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you enjoyed it, if you related to it, and how are you feeling going into this new year. And like I said, it doesn't matter when you receive this message, it's for you. And yeah, I love hearing from you all. I can't tell you how much that is my true wealth, is when I receive comments from you, when I receive what's the word, it's failing me. Not reviews, but whatever. Yeah. So when I receive all that feedback from you, I love it. I love this community. I love all of you all, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And it just makes my life so beautiful. So thank you all for being in my life. Thank you all for the joy that you bring to my life, and for giving my life purpose, because I know that you're here and that it's reaching you, that it's touching your heart, or it's speaking to you, it's shifting you, it's doing something for you. And that is my greatest gift, knowing that the gift that I have received from the universe, from God, from divine love, has a purpose in this world, and it's shifting one life at a time. I can't tell you what that does to my soul. I can't tell you how deeply touched and grateful I feel to be able to do this, and that I have been given this gift, and I don't take it for granted. And I know that I'm a humble receiver. I'm a humble, obedient, and child, that receives from her parent, and we're all capable of that. And so, in humility, I receive these messages for you. In humility, I surrender and thank you all for being in my life. I'm so grateful for you. And I want to be in touch with all of you. And soon I will have a gathering, and let's all meet, let's all connect, and let's grow this community together. Okay, my darlings, take care. Wish you the most fabulous, beautiful, magical, incredible, just breakthrough year of your life. Okay? Take care, my darlings. Talk to you again soon. Bye.